Hi there, welcome to the Tomb of Illumination. I just put up a video just recently, Flat Earth Physics. I'm going to add a little bit to that, so I'll make this the same name, video 2, and the other one, video 1. So I wanted to expand on the different cycles, star cycles over time. I don't think I made it that clear. Anyway, so check that out first, then come back. So it's about the background stars, the Milky Way stars, and the sun's movement. And then you've got the planets doing their thing, but we'll go over it all, okay? So you should know the flat Earth system by now. There's your centre vortex, the unseen centre vortex of creation. The black hole at the centre, which is basically the gurgler, with the sun on its horizon. This black hole, all the energy comes out of this black hole. It's like a trumpet. The sound comes out, and it's the amplifier. It creates our whole realm. It just amplifies our whole realm into existence. It's basically one big song. The tune comes out of this black hole, and the song, the script is in the sun. All the frequencies are in the sun. Okay? Some people choose to live the life in harmony with the beautiful song. Others like to play the wrong note and live a terrible life. But it's all about music. Music's based on the frequencies, and frequencies is light. Okay? That's our realm. Everything is of the light. So you've got to consider the umbilical cord that comes off. That's the Milky Way. To the sun we see in the tropical gap. Presume we see it there, but the real plasma sun's back here. So as the system's turning, it's reflecting everything we see out into our realm. So the sun in the Milky Way, the sun and the Milky Way slip ahead 1 degree per 72 years on the background stars. The sun is quicker than the background stars by 4 minutes per day. 4 minutes per day adds up to 360 degrees per year plus 20 minutes extra ahead of the background stars. So if the sun's in the Milky Way, which it is, that means the Milky Way stars and the sun are that much quicker than the background stars, okay? They lap the stars over 1 year and finish just ahead, 20 minutes. That means the sun laps the stars over 1 year. 20 minutes extra equals 360 cycles times 20 minutes equals 1 degree every 72 years. Okay? Then go and read science, what science tells you. LOL. It's laughable. And this makes more sense following the flat Earth system. Everything's going around every day. The Milky Way comes from the centre over to here and moves around every day. And then you've got a Milky Way that's as a reflection of that one out here. That moves around every day. That one moves around. Whatever's in there creates this picture out here as well. But there's more to this alignment. Okay, that's in a lot of my previous videos. Okay, so this is one way of looking at it, okay? There's the vortex, central vortex of creation in here. The centre, the black hole centre. Then you have the sun, which is first off the rank. Then you have to consider the stars around the sun, which are the Milky Way stars. Then the background stars. Science tells you we're all from the Milky Way, so that means they're trying to tell you that all the stars in the night sky all come from this Milky Way. No, it's a separate unit. You can see it. But you think it's just the core of all the background stars all moving together. But no, it's not. Because the Milky Way is the gurgler. It's the umbilical cord. It is separated from the background stars. But there's stuff all moving between the Milky Way stars and the background stars. It's 1 degree. Well, we'll get into that. So you've got to look at it this way. There's 3 different speeds here. The Sun, the blue one's Milky Way, background stars, okay? And then we come over here too. Now you have to consider the Sun moving faster inside the Milky Way stars. This through time creates a changing overlay of Milky Way stars to the background stars. Okay? Then you have the planets doing their thing from center outwards, speed-wise. So imagine an ecliptic plane. All the energy comes from the center and reduces outwards because that's red shifting, so it's getting slower. Okay, so planets go around every day, everything goes around every day, but as it comes out here, it gets slower and slower. So you can imagine there's a lot of changing going on. So if you just consider there's the northern hemisphere, which is from there to there, there's a tropical gap to Cancer actually. And you've got the umbilical cord coming out. Well, it's all relative to the observer, you see. The umbilical cord comes out of the centre over to here, and you'll think, oh, this is going slower than that. No, it's all relative to the observer. It's like a clock arm. The clock hand isn't slower than that part of the arm, is it? No. So you've got to realise that. It's all the same. And whenever man moves from the north to the south, he's expanding with time. So everything's relative to him, so he doesn't know he's expanding. So he's a giant out here, he's a midget back here. That's how it works, our realm. That's if you want to understand flight times and all that as well. Okay? Then you go back to an earlier video of mine just recently about the story of Rome. All roads lead to Rome. And the ancients were calculating everything coming out of here around to there, and everything from there coming around to there. So they all came to here. The magnetic field does not cross the tropics. So they call this the merging point, which it is. So it's, and this is the equator, equinox, isn't that? That's centralized. That means that and that are the same. Capricorn and Cancer are the same. Distance wise, they'll be the same. Remember, as you move south, you're expanding with time. It's all relative to the observer, all relative along the clock arm. Distances, flying A to B, or a larger one out here, that is the same time as this here. It all comes back to the centre, right? And it even gets even bigger out here. So that all reduces back to this. This is why they tell you, show you, you think, want you to believe you live on a spinning ball because it's all coming back. But you have to look at it this way. It's a flat plane. You're not on the outside of a spinning ball. You're inside on the inertial plane of the toroidal field. So the whole Milky Way is moving around the Earth with the Sun in it every day, passing the background stars 1 degree with the Sun. As the umbilical cord back to the actual Sun of creation. So the Milky Way stars roll over time due to the core of the vortex. Well, it's rolling every day. So you've got to think of this because the whole umbilical cord's going around every day, and the sun's in it, and the sun's moving around every day. in the Milky Way is basically the gurgler, the outside edge of the gurgler. So it's obviously turning, because the whole system turns over 24 hours. So that's rolling. So this Milky Way here is rolling with the sun. The sun projects across the black hole centre here. If I could draw that in there. So the sun's moving, the whole Milky Way is rolling. So it rolls across our sky. It rolls like that with the stars. There's only a fraction, like, it's probably that 1 degree, a fraction over a year. 1 degree's discrepancy over the year. So, but at the same time, you've got to realise that the sun is at the centre, closer to the centre, so it's going to be quicker than the Milky Way stars. So there's a slip in the Milky Way stars. This takes you back to science, the astronomical figures they give you over time. Okay? So it's easier for us to suss out the 72 years with the background stars, but the Milky Way stars, it's even finer, you know, finding the discrepancy between the sun and the Milky Way stars. But it's all computerised. Science has got those speeds, but they stick it with their spinning ball theory. But if you understand everything goes around the earth every day, and over time you can understand why there's a slippage of all the energy comes from the dead centre, and the sun's there and the Milky Way stars are here. It's slightly less energy than the centre, right? Then you've got the background stars out here. So you've got the slippage of the Milky Way stars over astronomical periods, but then you have the slippage of the background stars from the sun and the Milky Way. So if the sun's going this way, then the stars appear to be slipping back the other way because the sun's raced ahead of them, right? That's why they tell you that the stars are going the other way in their stories. Load of rubbish. Everything's all moving in the same direction. Just because the sun is quicker, they start putting things in all these different directions. That's science for you. Frickin' nutters when it comes to this physics of Earth. But at the end of the day, they know it's flat. They don't want you to know it because they can control. They control everything. They control your minds. Like you're giving NASA at least 50 million a day to spin bullshit to you. So it's all the billionaires, the Freemasons, they're all very wealthy thanks to us being so dumb and ignorant and just believing them and letting them get away with everything. So I hope I explained that a little bit better. See all this? So it's 20 minutes equals a 72 years. Or you can go 360 times 20 minutes, comes to 7,200 minutes. Then you divide it by 60, brings you back to 120 hours. But anyway, I'm sure you can figure that one out. Okay, so you've got the background stars. You got the background stars. You got consider the Milky Way moving across the background stars. At the same time, it's slipping slightly ahead of the background stars because more energy is getting stronger as you come back into the centre. So that's these stars are slightly quicker than the background stars, and then you've got the sun slightly quicker than the Milky Way stars. So if the sun's quicker, then these stars appear to slip backwards. Okay? The sun's leaving them behind. The sun laps the moon over a month, probably plus the fraction more, I think it does, yeah? Just like it does here in the stars. Yeah, the sun laps the background stars over the year and a little bit more. The sun also laps the moon every month and a little bit more. They don't tell you all this stuff. This is the only place in the world you'll get all this information. unless you're very clever and you've gone back and read all the ancient knowledge, the Chinese, Egyptians, everybody's left us, Pythagoras, whoever, regarding the celestial movements and bodies, and decode exactly what they're saying without any indoctrination from the Freemasons misleading you, interpreting everything wrong, just like they're doing in the churches. They're interpreting the whole Bible wrong to you. You shouldn't be going there, for a starter. If you can't read it yourself, what makes you think they can read it? It's esoteric. It's a manual for those who can read it. Find me someone who can read it and I'll show you a liar. Okay? It's a manual for a certain person. From what I gather, there's only one person that comes who can interpret the scripture. There's others who understand. There's like 3 layers to it. It's like a trinity. There's the common man version, just makes it up, his own imagination. Then you have people like Jordan Maxwell. He understood the what they might call the paganism version, which is the true version. But then you have the esoteric, the Kabbalah version. Only this one person can interpret for the people. He's classed as the king. The king will come and he will go out as the man to teach. It's the Jesus story. After 12 years of gaining his knowledge, downloading, he is fully trained after 12 years, apparently. After 12 years of his divine awakening, because the whole Bible's about his divine awakening, spiritual enlightenment, the king's rebirth. The foretelling was the solar eclipse that came just before it, 17 days before it. Well, the manual's for him. He is the one. There's only one king. You can't have many kings. There's something about that in the Bible, isn't there? Many kings, that doesn't work. Well, that's the story. Okay, we'll leave it at that. It's getting dark in here. If you want to join up my Patreon, just go to information below the video. It's on your phone. I don't think you can get on your TV. If you're on the phone, just go to more, push more. You go down to about, push about, then scroll down and you'll see my Patreon and all that. So if you're willing to support me with all this stuff, it would be mostly appreciated. There's 3 tiers there. The cheapest one is $3.50 American a month, $10 a month and $20 a month. But anyway, don't forget to subscribe and put a thumbs up. YouTube's just flattened me, keeping me stagnant. I should go straight to what's the other one? Prt2, is it? Whatever the other one is. I don't know why I'm stuffing around on YouTube. Probably because it took me so long to figure that one out, because I'm not a tech person. Like, I've got no help from anyone. I'm the worst of the worst when it comes to tech. But I know this stuff. Trust me. Okay. Cheers, guys.